Buenos dias, chicos. Today I'm going to give you a short little lesson in formal to commands. So we've already looked at the usted commands when we're talking to somebody respectfully or we're talking to a group of people. The to commands instead, this is when you're talking to your friends. Say, for instance, your roommate who you're really friendly with, you're like, take out the trash, right? Get rid of the trash. This is when you would use a to command because you're familiar with the person. Because it's a to command, it can only be singular. So there's only really the one form. To commands are a little bit complicated though. So first we gotta decide if it's a positive command or if it's a negative command. So the positive command will be do this, and the negative command will be don't, right? So the do, generally, if you're telling somebody to do something, it's just the usted form of the same verb. Now, for example, if I have escribir, if you're telling your roommate very wrongly to write your homework or write your essay, you would tell them, escribe mi ensayo. Yeah, that's it. So escribe mi ensayo. Or what else? Yeah, basically that. So just the usted form of the same verb. You don't have to go to the opposite endings or anything like that. However, that there are quite a few exceptions. There is ven, which is venir, decir, salir, hacer, tener, ir, poner, guys, I'm losing my mind here, which is ser. And so these, instead of using the usted form, you have to use these. So ven, di, sal, as, ten, ve, pon, se, which one of my students told me one Vin Diesel has 10 weapons. That's the way you can kind of remember that. Okay, so that's if you're telling somebody to do something. If you're telling them not to do something, you have to do the same thing that you did with the formal commands. You're going to go to the yo form, so escribo. You're going to take off the O and add the opposite ending. Now for IR verbs, the opposite ending will be AS. For ER verbs, the opposite ending will be AS. For AR verbs, the opposite ending will be ES. So escribir, that's an IR verb, so we're going to go escribas, right? So this will be no escribas. No. Let's go with hacer. We know it's yo hago, drop the O, no hagas, right? Etc. And so there are a few exceptions here of verbs where there is no O to drop. And we saw these in the formal commands. It is no seas, don't be. No vayas, don't go. No sepas, don't know, K-N-O-W. No estés, don't be. And no, there's one more and I'm completely forgetting it right now. Seas, vayas, sepas, estés, des, which is dar, don't give, right? So first, when you're doing the informal commands, is it a positive? Are you telling somebody to do something or not to do something? That's the first thing you got to ask yourself. You're telling them to do it, follow this. You're telling them not to do it, follow this. And that's it for informal commands. Nos vemos.